Hello. I'm going to go ahead and go over a little bit of an orientation today to our Canvas site, a couple of things that I wanted to point out in the course syllabus, and some of the tools that you're going to need to be able to use for this year. So I'm going to share my screen here so I can show you what I'm looking at. This is what your Canvas course will look like when you log in. Remember, on your dashboard, I'm in student view, not my teacher view, so it won't let me. But on dashboard is where you're going to be able to access your course. And this is what it's going to look like, okay? If you've had me for class before, this is going to look a little bit different. Now your homepage is going to take you straight to the modules. So everything that you ever need for this class is all going to be on this front page. The top module is always going to contain your course information. So the first thing you'll see is a welcome video, just kind of an introduction to myself and what you can expect in this coming year. You have a link to the syllabus, which we'll talk about in a second. You have a link to the hybrid student expectations. This is totally new for all of us. And so, you know, there's just some different sort of mindset shifts that we're going to have to make this year as we go through. There's an article here with some suggestions about sticking to a schedule. You're going to have a lot of time that is unstructured when you're learning from home on your days when you're not at school. And so this is just a quick read with some suggestions for how to manage that. The link to register for your AP exam is on here. Last year, College Board switched to fall registrations instead of spring. So you do have to make a decision by October 14th. There's a link also to Delta Math. That's a tool that we use much more in Calc AB. And then there's a link to AP Classroom, which is something that we'll get set up when I'm with you face-to-face so that you have the information you need to be able to register for your AP exam. Each week, you will see a page underneath the unit. When you access this page, it's going to show you the overview of everything that we're doing for the entire week, both for A days and for B days, as well as your virtual days. So let's take a peek at this first week. So this first week does not have a virtual day. We're going to go BAAB, and so I've labeled that for you on here. So if you're ever in doubt, you can always check the Canvas page. Now, it's a little bit hard to tell the difference, but it was just enough for me to be able to remind me when I'm working in class and when you guys are working at home. The gray text indicates that you're going to be doing remote learning, and the black text indicates that you're going to be doing face-to-face learning, meaning you'll be here at school with me. So on B day, group A is going to be at home. So group A is in gray on the B days. Group B is in gray on the A days. So hopefully that kind of helps you make sense. I wanted to make sure that you saw both what was happening on A day and B day, because I'm going to try, I think I've got it set up to work. We'll see, this is a work in progress, but I'm going to try to allow you to zoom in live to class on your remote days. So I will have posted for you a video that you can watch, notes that you can copy 100% independently. Or if you choose, you can access the Zoom meeting, which will allow you to live stream what's happening in class. Now, that does mean that you're going to have to do it at a scheduled time. It's a little bit less freedom if you choose to do it that way. It's not a requirement. I'm not going to keep track of who's there and who's not, but I'm hoping to be able to make that option available to you. So for example, some pairs of A days and B days, they're going to flip. So I'm going to repeat whatever I did on group A day face-to-face. I'm going to repeat that face-to-face with group B. Some topics are just better to do face-to-face. And so, for example, these first two groups, the roles reverse on A day and on B day, similarly on the second 2 days. If we look at the following week, you will see that on A day, or on this first Monday, the 11th, on A day, Group A and Group B are studying the same material, both in class and at home. You're just going to get it in two different ways. I wanted you to be able to see both because this might be a day that you may choose, rather than watching the video, you'd rather log in to live classes. So that is an option to you. It does not have to be your designated class period. It can be any of the class periods that I'm teaching AP Calculus. I'll have that Zoom link live, and you can log in that way and be able to ask questions and those sorts of things. So that is going to be helpful. You'll see also on Wednesday that we're doing the same thing. We're all going to Zoom in following a specified schedule. So those are kind of the two different scenarios of what might happen. I may repeat A day and B day, and your roles will reverse on each day, or you may get the same information either face-to-face or at home at the same time. So this is why the weekly overview page is going to be really, really important to you. So I want to go back to the modules, which is also where the homepage will take you now. I just want to take a peek at the syllabus. I'm not going to read through this with you. You're going to have an activity where you get to hunt for some information in here. But the main things that I want to point out to you are, if this will load, I don't know if it will load because I'm in student mode. Let's just do it this way. So here is our course syllabus. So I, Miss Ramsey, I'm your teacher of record, but Mrs. Cole and I feel that it's really important that you have access to all the tools that you might need. So even though you're on my roster, we're kind of a 2-for-1 deal when it comes to calculus. So you can always go see her if you can't find me, if you have some questions, or you can email her if you can't get a hold of me. Either one of us is going to be willing to help you out. You can read through some of these things. I wanted to point out calculators. I believe most of you already have a calculator from pre-calc or from Calc AB, but graphing calculator is a requirement for this course. You can either get a TI-84 or similar model, or we're also learning how to model with the Casio graphing calculator. The difference here, if you don't have one already, is the TI-84s are $150, whereas the Casios are about $50. The system is a little bit different, but once you figure it out, if it's your calculator, that's the only way that you're going to know how to do it. So that is an option. Grading scale is here. Attendance policy is here. Detailed information about the AP exam is going to be here below, and then some initial information about dual credit. Remember that if you want to get dual credit for Calc BC, you must have gotten dual credit for Calc AB. So if you're in BC and you did not do dual credit last year, then you're going to have to go for the AP exam. If you're in AB right now and you plan to take BC next year and want to be able to do it for dual credit, you must earn dual credit for Calc AB. You cannot get credit for BC if you don't already have AB on your college transcript record. I will be posting some more detailed information. There's some exceptions that have been made for the COVID year, so I will post all of that stuff. I can see already that a couple of the dates are out of date on the syllabus, so I apologize, but I will be posting the most current information underneath that course information module. So this is where you'll need everything. The other thing that I wanted to show you is the hybrid student expectations document. I would like for you to read through this as well. This is a detailed list of what I'm going to expect from you on your face-to-face school days, on your asynchronous days, meaning you're not learning at the same time as we are in class. That's your remote day, what you're doing at home, and then what we need to do on the virtual days. So please read through that. You have a little scavenger hunt activity that you're going to be able to do to orient yourself with the syllabus, orient yourself with some of those other documents, orient yourself with Canvas, and find sorts of some good information. So that's really your first assignment for this week. And then I will be touching base with you when I get to finally see you and meet you face to face. So I'm really excited again to get started this year. And if you have any questions, please send me an email. You can send me a message in Canvas, or you can send me an email through Google. Either way, I will see you guys soon. If I haven't seen you already, have a great first week of school.